Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100-plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management, quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100-plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500-plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100-plus authorized training partners and 50-plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry-level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000-plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100 plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500 plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000 plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices. Welcome to the Global Skill Development Council, your gateway to digital transformation. We are an independent, vendor-neutral ISO IEC 1024 accredited certification body committed to helping individuals and organizations stay future-ready in a rapidly evolving world. GSDC is accredited by the Accreditation Board for International Certification Bodies, ABICB. For 10 years, we've certified more than 100,000 professionals across Europe, North America, Asia, and Africa, with our offices in Switzerland, the United States, and Singapore. Our programs are recognized by leading publications and podcasts, including Forbes, Tech Target, People Managing People. We offer 100 plus globally accredited certifications across emerging and in-demand domains like generative AI and emerging technologies, HR and learning and development, project management and agile Scrum, ISO and quality management, information security. Each GSDC certification is designed to empower professionals with confidence and help organizations stay competitive in a fast-changing landscape. Every certification is crafted with insights from 100 plus global advisory board members representing top universities and leading industry experts. Our certified professionals are trusted by 500 plus multinational companies, which help unlock better roles, faster promotions, and delivering cutting-edge expertise. We partner with 100 plus authorized training partners and 50 plus universities, supporting talent across all career levels, from entry level to executive leadership. As a GSDC member, you gain lifelong access to interactive webinars, hands-on workshops, SME panels, and global summits. Join a vibrant community of 25,000 plus members and be part of our global events. Check our reviews on Trustpilot. We're trusted worldwide for quality, support, and impact. Whether you're aiming higher or building tomorrow's talent, GSDC is your partner in purposeful growth and impactful leadership. Visit our website to explore our offerings. GSDC, share the best practices and learn from the best practices.
Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome back to all of you in one more impactful session of Learning and Development webinar. My name is Pratibha and I'll be your moderator today. So if at any point you have any question or if you would like to connect with GSTC, please feel free to use the chat box. So I hope you're all ready for today's session. Just allow me a minute to share my screen. Meanwhile, please do let us know from where you guys are watching. We would be happy to know that. So, on behalf of the Global Skill Development Council, I'm truly delighted to welcome you all in GSDC Certified Learning, Learning and Development Webinar Series, Learning that Works, Turning Skills, Strategies, and Talent into Business Values, Turning Skills, Strategies, and Talent into Measurable Business Impact. And one of the things which make this webinar so interesting is the amazing expert panel we have lined up for you. Some of them have already delivered a very incredible and insightful sessions, and others are all set to bring in more powerful ideas. For those who have joined with us for the very first time, let me give you a quick introduction who we are. Global Skill Development Council is a globally recognized certification body. We are accredited by ABICB. Till yet, we have a 250,000 professional certified with us. We are partnered with 100 plus training providers, 1,000 plus multinational companies, and 50 plus universities worldwide. We also have 500 plus subject matter expert with us who help us developing our program. So these are the training partners who are associated with us from the Asia, Africa, Canada, Australia, Nigeria, Singapore, US, UK, and many other regions. So special thanks to all training partners to be associating with us. And a very special thank you to our media partner, WordPress Hub, for covering all of our press releases and event releases. So before starting the session, I just wanted to make a quick announcement that we have launched a very unique platform called GSDC AI Studio, Lifelong Learning Initiative. In GSDC AI Studio, you're going to get 100 plus live monthly sessions with global expert, including 4 daily sessions, 45-minute live expert lead session for hands-on learning, sessions from global expert. Now you can learn directly from our AI leaders around the world. Real time practice. You can apply concept immediately and get your question answered. Certification ready. You will be getting the training aligned with industry standard for job ready skills. So currently we are covering 100 plus certification in our portfolio, including learning and development, HR, Gen AI, agentic AI, emerging technologies, ISO lead auditor and implementer, project management and PMO, agile DevOps and SRE, cybersecurity, digital transformation, and many more. But once you get certified with GSTC, you just don't walk away with certification. You also become a part of our community, which comes with GSTC membership benefits, including lifelong membership, certification upgrade, workshop, boot camps, learning club access, also the full benefit of GSTC AI Studio, and many more. And a very special thank you to all of the participants. We are very grateful for all of your feedbacks. We are very overwhelmed from your positive feedbacks. And please do check out our GSTC website for the more info. And it's so happy to see that GSTC certification isn't just a certification. It's also a transforming life experience for our participant who is coming into our learning journey. So thank you so much once again to every participant. With that, it's time to welcome our today's speaker. Today we have Sanjay Ghosh with us. But before handing over the virgin mic, let me give you a quick short introduction of the Sanjay Ghosh. Sanjay Ghosh is seasoned banking and risk management leaders with banks in India. He has held senior leadership roles, including Deputy General Manager at SBI and Chief Risk Officer, driving enterprise-wide risk governance and regulatory compliance. He brings deep expertise into enterprise risk management, credit policy, retail lending, and Basel III framework. With a strong track record of managing large portfolios and improving risk adjusted returns, Sanjay has also led digital transformation initiative, modernizing lending platforms and enhancing operational efficiencies. In addition, he has contributed to learning and development, building operational capabilities and delivering board level training on risk and governance. He is now focused on senior advisory, board and leadership role in risk governance and strategic transformation. And today he is going to lead the session on conducting effective business and learning needs assessment, aligning training with organizations' priorities. But before handing over the virtual mic, just a quick reminder. If you have any query regarding our speaker, or if you want to connect with GSDC initiative, or if you want to ask for any guidance from our speaker today, please feel free to use the chat box. Once again, don't be shy. Drop your reactions, emojis, and quick comment into the chat. That's how we know you're with us, actively listening and absorbing from this insightful session. We also have an announcement to make at the end of today's session, which is a $400 worth gift certification voucher. So hang tight till today's end of the session. With that, it's time to welcome Sanjay on our platform. Thank you so much, Sanjay, once again coming on our platform. We are very honored to have you as our speaker today. The stage is all yours. Sanjay, am I audible to you?
Yes, audible.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
audible and visible, I think both, right?
Yes.
Right. So thank you, Pratibha, for your kind words and good morning, good afternoon, and good evening across all the world time zones. And welcome to this very enlightening and very relevant session as far as the L&D is concerned for today. Give me a moment to share my screen. Just. Hope the screen is visible, right?
Yes, Sanjay.
Yeah, thank you. So we straight away move to the context why we are today here. Uh, now if you see the subject is learning need assessment and align training with the organizational priorities, which is very, very important as of today. What was happening yesterday, the training was like a kind of compliance kind of thing where we need to put in hours of training. But now you have to align with your organizational priorities, your corporate goals, where the training is needed. Now, the context is that if you see, I think you will resonate with me who are the veterans in the training field. The training often fails due to lack of alignment because whatever our corporate goal or the company policy is there, we need to align with those corporate policy and corporate goals so as to get a good ROI on the training system. Now we need to focus on activity versus outcomes because the most what you call the most important fact of the training is that we do not measure the outcome because we do not find any tangibility in what the outcome is there, and therefore we do not measure the outcome. So that is one of the most important thing, that we should measure the outcome and focus on the activity which should result in a tangible outcome. And of course, when we are doing this need a structured, a business driven, a very planned kind of training activity as such. So now I have defined this session for three objectives. Number one, we have to understand what is the business driven learning need assessment, and we have to understand also the structured approach to achieve those objectives. And of course, training effectiveness is one thing which should be in an ongoing process. I'll come to that later in the slide. Now let us go very basic kind of thing. What is learning need assessments? Now, as I earlier already said, we first thing first, we should align with our corporate goals. Training should not be divergent to what the corporate goals are. It should be strictly aligned to the corporate goals. I will give you some used case example of that so that you can put it into the right perspective of the L&D functions. Next comes the business priorities. Every company or every unit or every entity do have their business priorities, and they change their business priorities yearly, monthly, quarterly, whatever. So my training and L&D system should be very flexible, and it should be aligned with the business priorities of what our corporate priorities are. After identifying business priorities, there must be business challenges. I will give you an example how to identify priorities and what are the challenges. So you have to identify those business challenges, and then you have to make a skill gap analysis. Okay, these are my priorities. To achieve this priority, we have this much of business challenges, and based on these two things, we identify the skill needed. And based on the skill needed, we identify the skill gaps. Now, these skill gaps can be technical. Here, technical means it can be professional also. There may be attitudinal skill gaps also. We call it behavioral skill gap. There might be leadership capabilities needed. So we have to fill in that gap also. And then we have to do a very strategic kind of approach. Strategic kind of approach means it has to be in in a very planned way, in a very staged way. Like we should give stage one, stage two, stage three, and not a reactive approach. Okay, we find today this is the challenge, and to meet this challenge, we devise a training system and do that. It may give you immediate result, but in the long run it will not give you the desired result. And based on this, we should have our effective training foundation on these kind of things. uh, our objective is to achieve the corporate goal, and that should be embedded with all our policies, which are compliance, which are regulatory, which are risk policy, and everything ethics, including ethics. And this should be the foundation of the effective training. If I will invite any questions in between. If you have, you can freely ask me. Now, as I said, business goals goes to capability training, goes to capability, and to improve that capability, we need training. Now, for example, if we have to give in a banking perspective, if we have to improve our digital banking footprints, so we need to give more technical skills to that because it is related to technicalities. And the most important thing is we should measure the ROI. Training system, it is very difficult to measure the ROI. But if you structure your training in such a way that if you have your objectives in the mind, for this training I have to achieve these objectives, you can very simplify the calculation of ROI, and therefore it gives you an immense satisfaction that you are contributing to the company's or the entity's achievement of the corporate goals. Therefore, it is very, very important. More often than not, we do not calculate the ROI as far as the L&D functions are there. So therefore, this is I have applied it in my role as a L&D head in one of the banks, and believe me, it gives a wonderful result. And more than that, it puts you in the limelight. You are also a contributor to the company's uh, advancement or achievement, whatever you say. Now, this is a simple case. I said, suppose we have a policy that, as far as the bank is concerned, that we will improve our retail loan performance because corporate loan performance is facing some kind of headwinds these days. So suppose a bank has a policy to improve its retail loan performance. Now, this is the governance, this is the policy, we need to align with that. Now we have to find what are the challenges here. The challenges, suppose these are hypothetical things, it may vary from bank to bank or companies to company. For example, we find there is a very high rejection rates in sanctioning of the loan, as well as there is a slow processing also, because retail loans is very dependent on the TAT, the turnaround time. And if you have a longer TAT, you are very likely to lose on the business. Therefore, these are the challenges which we identified. There is a high rejection rate and there is slow processing. Now, the challenge is that there are skill gaps in the credit appraisal, which results in high rejection rate and slow processing. Therefore, we have identified there is a skill gap there where we have to give them training about correct credit appraisal, documentation, and also the processing time we need to improve if they have a correct knowledge in those. Now, what to approach? Now we need to have a kind of data analysis ki how many loans are targeted, how many of them has originated, how many of them has been rejected, what was the rejection reason, what is the average stat in this loan, what is my competitor's stat. So these type of data you must analyze before coming to a LNA, actual LNA, because this data will pinpoint your skill gap, where exactly you need to fill those skill gap, and therefore you can have a very, very strategic approach to achieve your objectives. Now, apart from data analysis, we can also have a sample talk with some of the credit officers who are into the job to understand what are their bottlenecks, how they are feeling, what is their knowledge gap, what is their skill gap. Of course, this I am telling in a perspective of bank.
Hi Sanjay, it seems like your voice got stuck and your screen also got freeze.
Understand what exactly are the skill gaps, and we need to fill those skill gaps. And
Hello.
therefore,
Sorry for the interruption, but when you started explaining about this slide, your screen got froze, so we were not able to hear you.
my screen got froze or voice got froze.
Both, actually.
Oh, am I now audible and visible? The screen.
Yes, yes, yes.
Sure. So I'll repeat that. No issues. So this is a case study, which is a hypothetical case study, as we discussed in the earlier screens, that we have to first analyze the business requirement and business challenge. So here is a small case study where business requirement is that we need to improve our retail loan performance. And the challenges are that because there are high rejection rates and slow processing. But when we go into deeper into that, we found there are skill gaps in the credit appraisal and different type of documentation, which were resulting in the high rejection rate and slow processing. Therefore, we have to take, now we have identified our goal, we have identified those challenge. Now we have to see the skill gaps where we need to fill in. So to identify those skill gaps, there are many sources from where we can derive our study, derived our learning, like data analysis. Now, if we go on a data, how many loan were originated, and out of that, how many were rejected, how many were sanctioned, what were the reasons of rejection, which is the highest region for rejections. If we do those kind of data analysis supplemented with some real interviews to understand what are the bottlenecks of the people who are doing that work. And of course there is another supplement to that, as far as banks are concerned, every unit is subject to some kind of audits, and these audit findings may also have some kind of practices which are there, which will help us to fill the skill gaps. So these are the two, three things where we can supplement our effort to identify and fill those skill gaps. There may be other things also. It depends on your wisdom how you find those skill gaps. But if these findings of skill gaps are properly recorded, believe me, you will be getting a terrific boost in your deliver of the L&D learnings. Now, after we find all the skill gaps, this is the main function starts, where we have to target this credit training, because we know the skill gap is in the processing officer, which are delaying the processing, which are resulting in rejection, and as a final result, it is affecting our retail loan performance. So therefore, we have to formulate our training exactly what are the skill gaps needed, how do we fill on that. And the most important thing is measuring the outcome. Now, after this training has been given, you should have a proper monitoring system. What is your outcome? Has the TAT improved? Has the rejection rate improved? Or is the customer is better satisfied? So you should have your own parameters of measuring outcome for every kind of training. And if there are no tangible outcome which you can measure uh, in a way, at least get a feedback from their controller, if from their controller or from their bosses, if the training has improved the performance of the person who has been trained. It is very, very important to measure the outcome for both, for the trainee and the trainers, because if your training is not effective, if it is not resulting in outcome, it is a futile exercise. Therefore it is very important to measure the outcome. Now I'll give you another example. It is not in the slide. Say in a bank, when we were struggling with the complaints, so there were increasing number of complaints. As you know, in India, the central bank monitors the complaints very stringently, and therefore it was given to us to uh, reduce the number of complaints and improve the customer satisfaction. So one way of doing things was let us devise a training program with all theoretical things which are there. We have to improve our customer service. We have to give customer service. That was one way of doing things. It would have given us the compliance kind of thing. But then we took a difficult way. What we did, we identified the branches where there are maximum complaints. And then we analyze those complaints, what are the maximum complaints in which sector. If it is in loan, if it is in assets, it's in saving bank, what are there. And then we analyze what are the types of complaints. And then we targeted the persons who are there, who are responsible for customer services of those branches. We chose three, four sample from those persons, and we had a one-to-one talk with them. What is their difficulty? What is their suggestion to improve? And believe me, out of these all analysis and all talkings, we could devise a excellent training program. And then we started monitoring of the complaints at those branches where we had targeted. And as expected, the number of complaints has come down considerably. So this is one example of the targeted LNA approach, where we identified the problem, we identified the need analysis, we identified the gap analysis, and then filled the gap and then imparted those training. Now, this we have already discussed. While learning needs, we need to identify a person's KPA, what is his key performance areas, what are the business plans and strategy as a unit, as a company, as a entity. We need to see the performance appraisals also, how he has been doing in earlier roles. So there might be behavioral skill gap in his, if he is always a low performer, we need to fill those behavioral skill gap. And if the performance were high, but in this sector is not performing, there might be technical or knowledge gap. We have to see the red flags, frauds, ethical issues which are there, complaints which are there, customer feedbacks, and as I said, key audit and risk findings, where we do not give the requisite importance as of now in the L&D function, is a very important because it is tested. We have put some kind of AI solution in the audit findings, and we could extract what are the areas where we can improve the adverse audit remarks through our training systems. Now, methods, I think I have broadly covered, but one important thing that you insist, if you are not, that L&D leaders should be part of the strategy group of the entity. You should share the table with the strategist when the strategy is made, because unless you are in the part, you will not be able to give proper kind of training or guidance to achieve those goals. You have to understand the key roles, which I think everyone understands. Surveys and questionnaires, it should be very customized, and it should be very, what you call, it should be ongoing and flexible kind of thing. There should not be theoretical surveys and questionnaires which keep on repeating. So it should be customized, it should be as per your requirement. Stakeholder talk, we have done it practically, because if you uh, take a performance, you take top three best performer, you take the lowest three worst performer, you have a one-to-one talk with them. I think there will be many important things which will shape your L&D program. And then when the skill gaps are identified, you create groups where the skill gaps are similar, and therefore your training needs will be similar. So if this kind of 3-4 groups are created, you can fill in those skill gaps with your focus training. And as I said, data analytics is very, very important. Today we have at our command many type of data. It requires your thinking and wisdom, how you analyze those data, how you use those data, and based on that, you can identify your skill, identify your areas where actually the training is needed, and if you do all this, it is 100% sacrosanct that it will improve the performance. And most importantly, tracking of the performance in a tangible way. So at the end of the day, you can have your head held high that this is my contribution, this is my L&D intervention due to which we have improved our performances. So gap analysis, we already have discussed. It should be current. It should be current versus desired performance. What is the performance as of now? What is the desired performance? If there is a gap, we need to fill those gap. skill gap versus will gap, as I said, there are certain skill or knowledge gap, but there are certain attitudinal gap which we also need to fill through soft skill classes, through giving them some attitudinal kind of thing. That is also a part of L&D function. They have the required skill, but they do not have the will. So therefore, we need to fill that gap also. And then root cause identification, it is now integral part of any problem. Whenever there is a problem, we go for a root cause identification and ensure that the problem is uprooted so that the recurrence is not there for that particular problem. So, designing interventions, I think 70-20-10 model everyone understands, and therefore we have to blend our learning approach to this 70-20-10 model. 70 is on the job, 20 is on environment, and 10 is your institutional training. So therefore, most important is the on-the-job training. That is why I said you should do the analysis of the person whom you are going to train. It may take some kind of efforts, but with all those technical things which we have at our disposal, with all those data, we can always go in for such 70-20-10 model. And we should have a blended learning approach. The learning should not start and end with your institutional training. The learning has to be an ongoing process. You should monitor, you should be in communication with the person. He should feel comfortable to come out with his problems, with his bottlenecks, or the areas where he need some kind of training. So this training has to be in a 360-degree mode, uh, com- uh, completing his on-the-job training, his environment, and the institutional training only to fill the skill gaps. And then there should be role-based training, because if we are giving a credit-based training to some liability person, there is no. One example is another used case example is there. In one of the bank, they decided the function of asset and liability to be segregated. So what happened in a branch, they were dealing both with the asset and liability products, but the corporate policy took a decision that the asset and liability will be segregated, and the branch will be given only the liabilities functionality, and the asset will be taken over by some other vertical. Now, if the training system is not aligned with the corporate goal, what it will do, it will keep on imparting training to the branches, both for asset and liabilities. But then, since we are aligned with that, we immediately removed all the asset training from the branches plate, and strengthened the liabilities training for the branches, so that the what they are supposed to do, they can do it in a more efficient way. So that is one example which we did successfully. There is, although we have discussed this, there is a Kirkpatrick model. I think every L&D knows that, where the level one is the reaction. Immediately after the training, what is the reaction? We do take the feedbacks of the training, which is a real-time feedback after the training. Level two is the quantity of learning, ki how much did he learn. We can do some kind of exit test kind of a thing, where we can understand his level of learning. Number three is behavioral changes. If he has changed, if this training has changed his behavior, we should watch on that also. And number four, most important, I have always spoken it, measurement of the outcome. Excuse me. His performance should be measured in a uh, continuous manner. Say for 6 months to 1 year, he should be under constant radar performance so that the efficacy of your training, you can also measure your efficacy based on his performance. And when you measure the efficacy of the training, you can easily arrive the ROI for your training system, what you have undertaken. You can very proudly say that your intervention has resulted in so much of profit for the company or so much of benefit for the company. And feedback loops should be very, very continuous. Actually, what happens once the training, institutional training ends, our feedback loops ends there. It should not be like that. You should have a 360-degree kind of training feedback from the trainee, and there are many, many kind of things, e-learning process, continuous learning, virtual learning. There are courses which GSDC is conducting. So you can line up with these kind of things and have a continuous learning process. And through this continuous learning process, you will also have the continuous feedback. But it cannot happen that if you start a learning process, stop that, and it will stop the feedback also. Therefore, it is very important to engage with the trainee with different kinds of training, which he will enjoy, and you will also get a continuous feedback. So the key takeaways, I think I have not exceeded my timeline. So the start with business priorities, as we all know, adopt the data-driven LNA, focus on measurable outcomes, and building learning culture. So these are the takeaways. I think I have explained it through the slides. So here I come to the end of this presentation, and a small quote: the future belongs to organizations that learn faster than they change. So learning has to be ongoing, learning has to be very flexible, and we should have the skill of unlearning and then learning. It is very important. So thank you, and I'm open to any questions if you have.
First of all, thank you so much for the amazing, impactful session, Sanjay. We really learned a lot today. So, we have the first question from Vikas. Hi, Sanjay. Please share some real examples of strategic versus reactive approach in LNA.
Good. Very good question. Now, what happened, as I said, in one of the banks, when they decided, okay, they will take away the asset business from the branch, it was conceived that the branch will fail, let down, because the asset products are the bread and butter of the branch. But then the bank thought it is better to have that asset product to some professional kind of thing. So before implementing, what we did a connect program with all the branch managers. It was a 4-5 days program at different centers, and we explained to the branch managers why it is being done. So before implementing as a strategy, we first took the branch manager into the confidence that this is the reason we have a corporate goal of achieving this, because we are feeling very short of CASA deposits, which are the low cost deposits, and therefore we need to garner those deposits. And since the branch have the skill of doing that, it is a very important work. We are giving you this work, and we are taking the extra burden from you doing the asset products and giving it to the professional. So this was before implementing, this was a strategy, and the training system was taken into confidence. And before implementing, we connected with everyone, we explained to that, and therefore we can achieve a result of smooth transition. This is one example of strategic kind of thing.
Thank you so much for the amazing and insightful answer. So we have a follow-up question from Bosco. How do incorporate learning into the organizational culture?
Yeah. Okay. So, first thing, I will give you some examples. When I joined a bank as the L&D head, I first, because I'm a data freak person, so I first gathered the data. Yeah, how many persons have undergone training in the last 2 years or 1 year? And to my amazement, I found the 50% of the persons were deprived of training for the last 2 years. So what I did, I arranged for those persons who have not come to the training center. We did a skill gap analysis. We did a role based analysis. What role they are performing? What are their skill gaps? What is the we differentiated between will and attitudinal kind of thing, where the skill gap exists, where the will gap exists. We differentiated and we covered all these into our training system. That was number one. Number two, what we did, we issued a training calendar, sorry, what you call a training sheet kind of thing every quarter. Okay, you have undergone this training, and that also comprise some kind of performance, what they are doing. So we used to send them through email this performance versus the training which they have undergone. So they can easily relate that due to this training, our performance has improved. Plus the e-learning thing, which we started not as a theoretical practice, but as a very practical practice. We did e-learning, and there are processes where we are starting proctored kind of examination, so that we give them some kind of incentive of passing some kind of examination. These are all in the process, but these are the initiative which we have taken to imbibe the culture of learning in an organization.
Thank you so much for the insightful answer, Sanjay. So, participant, as we are running out of the time, so we'll have a last question for today, and then we'll move forward for the closing. So, one of the participant of YouTube wants to ask a question. What frameworks or method do you recommend for conducting an effective need assessment?
See, this cannot be a thumb rule framework for every industry. Every industry have their own challenges, have their own set of problems which they need to. Some are very recent problems, some are staggering problems which occur. So you have to identify it, but the basic framework will be, first you align with your corporate goal, then you align with the challenges what are there to achieve those corporate goal, then you identify the skill gaps, and then you devise your training to fill those skill gaps, and last but not the least, monitor the performance, monitor the outcome. So this is the basic framework on which the L&D should stand. But it depends from industry to industry, what is your challenges. If there are long term, if there are short term, yeah, you have to take adequate measures based on that.
Thank you so much for the amazing and insightful answer, Sanjay. And with that, we'll move forward with the session. But participant, I am sharing Sanjay's LinkedIn ID into the chat box so that you can connect with him directly for any kind of query, any kind of guidance. I'm sure he would be happy to help you out. Right, Sanjay?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so
So,
much.
be-
Pleasure is mine.
so before moving forward, would you like to give any final statement, please?
No, I think I am pretty clear why L&D is so important. And please, this is my request to everyone. Please have your legitimate seat on the strategy table, because unless you are in that table, you will not be able to contribute to the objectives of the training. And stick to that framework, make the strategy, stick to the framework, deliver, and most importantly, measure the outcome. Because at the end of the day, it is your appraisal which counts. And if you can put your appraisal with measured and tangible outcome, it is giving you a terrific boost.
Thank you so much for the detailed and thoughtful statement that gives our participant to think something. And thank you so much once again for coming on our session. We had a blast in your session today. Looking forward to having you in the future session as well. And moving ahead, not keeping you and participant for a very long time. So just allow me a minute to share my screen so we'll can move forward. So, participant, you are ready to get certified into the learning and development in any of the criteria. The certifications are available on our website now. And we are also giving a complimentary coupon code to all of our participants, which will give you a 20% off for using the for opting the certification. So if you want to get certified in any of the criteria into the learning and development, please check out our website. Use the coupon code link which I've sent into the chat box and get 20% off, get certified. And before moving forward, I just wanted to have a quick announcement regarding the utility tool. So if you're on your job hunting journey, then this tool is for you. What you can do, if any of your peers, colleagues, and professional wants to take the help of utility tool, you can refer them as well. And look, you can log in into utility tool by using your LinkedIn ID and password, and it will re-improvise your LinkedIn profile. It will give you suggestion and recommendation according to the job designation you're targeting and the industry you're targeting. We are also giving a complimentary coupon code to all of our participants, which will give you 100% off for using this tool. So if you're on job hunting journey, take the help of utility tool and make your resume stand out in front of the HRs and recruiters. And also all the best to all of the job hunters out there. So, as today we had an amazing and impactful session with Sanjay, tomorrow we are going to have one more impactful session with Charity on how AI is influencing instructional designing without replacing human expertise. And this is going to be happen at the same time tomorrow and I'm hoping to see you all as well. And if you're one of those people who wants to learn regarding the AI, then this webinar is for you. This is going to be conducted from 30 March to 3rd April at 8:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time, 9:30 p.m. Singapore time, 7 p.m. Indian time, and 9:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And if you're one of those people who wants to learn regarding the ISO, then this webinar is for you. This is going to be conducted from 30 March to 3rd April at 9:30 a.m. Central Daylight Time, 10:30 p.m. Singapore time, 8 p.m. Indian time, and 10:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And we are going to have open panel discussions scheduled on 7th April, 21st April, and 5th May. We are bringing the expertise from different background for providing their POV on different topics related to the learning and development domain. Hoping you will all join into this panel discussion and it can help you to upscale your career as well. So please check out our website and get yourself registered for this open panel discussion. With that, it's time to celebrate our referral champions. We have Bhanu Durgesh, Oluvaga, and V. Venkatesh. Special thanks to all three of you for helping us amplify our initiative and reach it to the wider global audience. So you can also become one of our knowledge professional and advisors. What you have to do, if any of your peers, colleagues, and professionals wants to join for this webinar or any other webinar, refer the registration link which you will find on our website. What's in it for you? So you will get a referral for your every reference point, and once you hit a 50 referral point, you will be able to get a free $400 worth gift certification voucher. But this offer is also available for a very short time of period, so make sure you're taking the advantage of it and become one of our knowledge professional and advisors. We would love to have you in our community. Also, if you would like to be speaker for our learning capsules, webinar, and podcast for learning and development, otherwise any other domain like AI and ISO, please reach out at pratibha@gsdccouncil.org and preetham@gsdccouncil.org. I have shared the link into the chat box for your convenience so that you don't miss out. Do reach out to us. We would love to have you on our platform. So these are the platform where you can connect with us, our YouTube profile, our WhatsApp group, our official Instagram channel, our Twitter channel, our Pinterest channel, and you can get on daily update regarding our upcoming events and trends. What are the new things we are doing for you, and what new modules and topics are coming. You can have details regarding everything. So I'm sharing this scanner into the chat box along with the link, so you can connect up with either of them. Otherwise you use the links, else use the scanner. And also do share your feedbacks and suggestion on reviews.io. We would love to hear what most resonated with you. What are your session key takeaways and learning outcomes? Because your feedbacks and suggestion help us to improve. So do connect with all of the platform for staying updated regarding our upcoming events and trends. With that, it's time to come to event end. Thank you so much once again, Sanjay, for coming on our platform. Very honored to have you here today. We had a blast and we had an impactful learning today. So thank you so much and looking forward to having in the future session as well. Thank you so much to all of the participants for joining into our learning journey, and thank you so much to everyone giving their feedbacks on LinkedIn, on Revis.io. We are very happy to see that we are changing lives. We are also doing our part to make your career journey more authentic, more upscaling, and we are just happy to be part of your life. And we are happy that GSTC, it just isn't being a certification, it is also transforming the life. So thank you so much everyone to joining into our learning journey. I'm hoping to see you all tomorrow as well. Till then, keep learning, keep energizing. Have a good day, good night, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. And do come back for tomorrow's session. Thank you so much.